Welcome to another conversation with the Brothers of Two Complex. We appreciate y'all for clicking on this video, but before we get into the content, make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the bangers that we drop every single week. We hope you enjoyed the video. God bless. Oh, we talked last week about how Bronny got drafted to the Lakers and he finally played his first summer league game. Now, there's a lot of mixed reviews about his performance in the summer league game, all the way up to the point where ESPN posted something where it made him seem like he dropped 21 points. It was weird because it was like it looked like he had 21-4 and like 2 of 2. It was like a picture that they posted on
that he played.
21 minutes that he played, 4 points, and then 2 steals and two assists, 2 rebounds.
2 assists, yeah.
Yeah. So basically he performed in the summer league game the same way he was performing at USC. I don't know what people was expecting, but D-Lo, how do you feel about his first summer league game? And do you see, Bronny progressing moving forward?
I mean, I think he showed flashes of athleticism. He showed flashes of him being a decent player in the NBA, but ultimately he did struggle offensively. In his debut in the summer league, he went 0 for 3 from behind the 3-point line, 2 for 9 from the field, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Like you said, he did match his numbers at USC. That's pretty impressive to me that you were able to do that. But I say that jokingly, right? Like he matched his numbers exactly as he did at USC. 1 steal he had, which he about averaged at USC as well. So, like you said, I don't know what people were expecting for him to come out and do. I think because of him having that 4-year guaranteed contract with about $7 million or almost $8 million, being the 55th pick overall, I think he's getting a little backlash from that. Also, him being attached to his dad. He's getting backlash from that. Everybody's expecting him to just ball out and do his thing. But it is not going to be. But I will say this, in Bronny's defense, there have been some players in the NBA that have had good careers or long careers, I should say, that didn't play well in the summer league. The guy you compared him to, Pat Bev, averaged the whole summer league 5.8 points, 34.8 field goal percentage. He's one. Danny Green didn't get his stats, but he struggled apparently in the summer league. He had a long career. I think he just retired, right? Last year, 2 years ago?
I think so.
And Trey Burke, who I'm not sure if he's still in the league, but he did have a pretty decent career. You know, he went on to have some tenure in the NBA. So, I mean, like, it's unfortunate that he came back the next night and didn't play because of a swollen knee or whatever the case may be. Yep. But he definitely has the opportunity to improve on his performance from his debut. And let's not be so, let's not put so much pressure on this kid. He already has enough pressure on him as it is, sure. Being LeBron James' dad, being the fact that he was the 55th pick. Being LeBron James' son, and being the 55th pick overall and being the most talked about player in the draft. That's unheard of. So, I mean, let's give him a little grace, just a little bit, for a little time to see what he can do, how he can develop, and go from there. Not just to immediately expect him to be scoring 30 points a game because he's LeBron James' son.
For sure. And I agree with that, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know what everybody expected him to do in his first game. I mean, he took 9 shots, which I thought was more than enough. More than what he probably should have taken. Right. I want to say he took more shots than Dalton Connect, which was the first round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think he did, actually. I think Dalton Connect took 13 shots, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Got you. Well, I was wrong on that. My bad, y'all.
Let me check. I'll check, though, just to make sure.
Yeah. But he played. He showed, like you said, he showed flashes. He had the wrap to the bucket where he got his first layup, and he had that off the dribble behind the back elbow jumper that looked really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So he had some flashes of being able to perform in the NBA. Now, of course, it's against, other rookies and other guys that's, fighting for contracts as well. So it's not, your Paul Georges of the world, Kawhi Leonard's of the world, and nobody out there guarding him like that that's going to put super duper pressure on him, which I don't see him playing against them anyway. But it's going to be being guarded by them anyway. But he's gonna progress. He's a rookie. He's an undersized rookie. He's a guy who is playing alongside his dad, who has crazy work ethic himself. So he's going to be able to be working, practicing right there with him, being in the gym with him and getting that work in. So over the time, he's going to show flashes of being great. Now, the one thing that I did see though, did you see how many shots he put up?
Yeah, Dr. Connect didn't play, in my opinion, didn't play that well either. He was 3 for 12 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3-point line, 5 for 9 from free throw. He had 12 points.
But they both rookies. What I'm saying? Give him some time to progress. And, Dalton Connect is going to be on the court. I think they're saying that, Bronny might spend some time in the G League and stuff like that too. So we're going to see how that goes. But with that being said, there's two perspectives that I saw on this. One was the Jeff T podcast, and the second one was It Is What It Is with Cam and Mace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the first one I'm going to talk about was Cam and Mace. Cam and Mace was talking about how he got to have that dog like what LeBron got, which is crazy because everybody historically has said LeBron ain't got no dog in him, no killer instinct, this and the third. But now all of a sudden LeBron got it. But that's another conversation for another day. Tag that in there. But he was saying, but they were joking like they need to take him to the hood and get him around the LaQuishas and the Pookies and get him some.
Oh no, he's around the go to
exactly. Say need to take him to Harlem and let him go play at the park down in Harlem and get some dog in him. That's what Cam and Mace was talking about. And then Jeff Teague in his podcast was like, how soon do you think Bronny steps on the NBA court? How soon you think?
I know he didn't say first game.
Jeff T said game 1.
Nah.
Jeff T said game 1. He said they got to do it. He said because it's a movie. He said they got to do it for the movie. They got to do it for the movie. He was like, imagine Bronny somehow get a steal in the open court, throw that thing over
and throw a lob to
Bron, and throw a lob to his dad. He said they gotta do it. See, they gotta put him in first game.
I've said multiple times before, I don't really, when basketball players, since we're talking about basketball, when basketball players talk about basketball, I don't argue with them because they know they're more in tune with what's going on than we do, or than we know. And has a great point. It's all about selling tickets. It's all about, putting butts in the seats and putting eyeballs on the TV. And that would put butts in the seats and eyeballs on TV. If Bronny is going to play in game 1 and with the anticipation of either Bron throwing him a lob or assisting to him or vice versa, definitely could see that happening. Definitely think the NBA is wanting that to be a story. A headline, a storyline for the NBA starting out the season. So I can see it happening, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't personally think it should happen. You know what I'm saying? I think, and this is no hate. I don't want y'all to think that I'm hating on Bronny. I'm one that said he deserves to be in the league. He just didn't deserve to get picked in the second round. I'm the one that says that he has the athleticism. He has the promise. He has the potential to be great. He just didn't deserve to get picked 55th overall. He definitely, is the most overpaid 55th overall in NBA history. So nepotism, but it's most likely going to happen, bro. He's going to get in that first game. And after he plays, he might play 1 or 2 games at the beginning of the season. Then they might do what they said that they might do, is go ahead and drop him down to the G League, go ahead and get him some development league play so that way he can develop into the player that he should be, get him some experience. But that just like D'Lo said, if that happens and he get a steal, throw that thing over his shoulder, LeBron catch that and throw it, the first father-son duo, in NBA history, it'll be the story it will overtake everything.
Exactly. That picture would overtake the classic D Wade picture where he got his arm stretched and Bron duck in the background. You can cancel that, D Wade. Everybody gonna get you out of the way.
You're gonna get him out of the way real quick. But again, I don't know what everybody expected from Bronny. I mean, he gave you what he has done. He produced what he has produced before.
Right. He is who he is.
He is who he is as of right now. You just got to
Right.
give him time to be great, man. And he's got the potential. He's going to progress for sure.
Right. Do you think the coverage and therefore the treatment of him has been fair though, or is fair?
I don't think so. I think the coverage and the treatment of him is a little bit overblown just because of how things played out. And I think it has a lot to do with the hate for LeBron James in a lot of ways. And he's getting the attention that he's getting because of his dad, but it's also a negative to it because they're expecting him to be something that he's not.
Right.
Too soon. Like he's just like we said last week, he's never going to be
people
LeBron
expect
James.
him to be, honestly, I don't, and sorry to cut you off there. I don't think people expect him to be great. I just think because of LeBron, I think because of now him being drafted 55 and getting the contract that he's gotten, which you have multiple former NBA players coming out and saying like that's unheard of. You don't see stuff like that. And they feel like it's Bron flexing his power a little bit too much. I think this is why he's getting the treatment and the coverage that he's getting. People, the media and people want to build you up to see you fall and crumble. And I think that's what Bronny's experiencing. I just hope that it doesn't, he's dealt with a lot. I'm sure he's dealt with a lot of pressure growing up, being LeBron James' son and playing basketball and being fairly good basketball player. He's dealt with a lot of pressure. So I just hope he doesn't like go in a cycle and, deteriorate mentally and he can remain strong or I think LeBron's going to continue to take the brunt of everything, but LeBron also put a lot of pressure on him too by saying that he wanted to play with him, so on and so forth. It created all this media circus around him and Bronny. But yeah, I'm kind of torn if it's fair or if not. I think it's fair to some degree, but not really fair, being the fact that he is the 55th overall pick in the NBA draft. So
yeah, I think really
that's people don't talk about that too often. Those individuals.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, who was the last 55th overall pick that actually panned out to be something? I don't think there has been one, honestly.
I thought it was. He actually went to the G League for a little bit. I can't remember his name though. Let me. He's playing now. He's signed a contract.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I saw a report on that. I can't remember his name though. I think I know who you're talking about though. But I mean, him in the history of the NBA, one 55th overall pick that has panned out that actually, sign a contract, play well. Why do you expect LeBron to be anything different? It's because of his dad. So I mean, is it fair?
Aaron Wiggins, I think it is.
Is it
Thunder.
fair? Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. But nah, I don't think it's fair. I can concede that point to you as that it's fair in some degree because of his dad, but it's unfair because you can't expect him to be what his dad is, or you can't expect, like you said, a 55th overall pick, an undersized guard who is a product of nepotism to play any better than what he's playing right now, especially as a rookie.
Right.
But he's gotten these advances in his professional basketball career because his dad is on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, and he's still playing to this day going into his 22nd freaking season. So the media gonna spin it like you said. They gonna tear him up to bring him down anyway. And there are a lot of outlets that are giving him some grace, but most of them are not. And social media is definitely not. So
social media isn't.
And social media is definitely not. So we just got to give him some time, man. I think he has a lot of potential, and I think he'll turn out to be something better than what everybody's expecting him to be at this point.
I couldn't imagine being in his shoes though.
For sure, bro. It has to be tough being in his shoes for real, bro. Like it has to be. But I mean, you've seen over time like father-son duos, like the Griffey duo. Like I don't think Ken Griffey ended up being a greater player than his dad, but
well, yeah, that's different. Yeah, go ahead.
That's different, but it's one of those things where they play together on the court, but it's also a different sport. Also, his dad wasn't on the Mount Rushmore of baseball, so it's a little bit of less pressure. But I can only imagine that they didn't really go through it like that. But at the same time, like this is LeBron James we talk about. We talk about somebody who is 1A, 1B on the GOAT conversation at this point. And it's probably going to be up there for the foreseeable future. So it has to be tough for Bronny. It's got to be.
Yeah. It's a little bit different for Ken Griffey, though, because Ken Griffey was like top tier. Not saying Ken Griffey was a top tier. Ken Griffey Jr. was a top tier baseball player, which a lot of people would say he earned his way into the MLB, whereas Bronny is not a top tier player, but he's a good player. And then he got drafted when he probably shouldn't have gotten drafted. And then also he's gotten guaranteed money when most 55th overall picks do not get guaranteed money, especially 4 year, $7 million guarantees. So, yeah, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, because I mean, most 55th overall picks go on a 2-way contract. This mug got what is it? They said a 1-and-1 and then 2 years after or something like that. Yeah, some I can't remember how it was structured, but I think it's something like that, like 1 year developmental, 1 year, and then 2 year option at the end. It's so crazy the amount of advances that he's gotten because of nepotism, and it's never gonna change. I pray that nepotism.
I'm able to do that for my kids when I
get older. What, bro? Like, I'm telling you, bro. Like, we just got to put ourselves in position to be great. We got to be goats, bro.
We can be mad at it all we want to, but 9 out of 10 parents. I'm just saying in general, the general public can be mad at it all they want to, but 9 out of 10 of you all that are parents would do the exact same thing if you had the power to.
9.5 out of 10 would do the same thing. It's almost 100, bro. If you had the opportunity to do it, you would do it 100%.